Greetings, Soul Tribe. We're going to begin by setting our intentions while we clear the space and clear the cards using the Purity Bowl. We ask for guidance that serves our highest good from Spirit in the highest light available to us. We ask for some messages of guidance, inspiration, something that we need to receive and need to hear in order to allow us to serve our highest good, to serve our highest purpose. I feel like this read is going to be about the spiritual path, being that I felt the need to pull out my Yogic Path Oracle and my Chakra Wisdom cards. We're going to pull one of those at the end. Each of those, we're going to pull just one and see how it fits into the message that we're receiving from Spirit this evening. We ask that whatever we may receive, whatever messages and guidance, will serve our highest good. So right now I feel like this message coming in, I'm feeling an energy of feeling lost and looking for some direction. Spiritually, I feel like that's what this read is ultimately going to pull forward, but who knows? It's not up to me, it's up to Spirit, and you never know what direction Spirit may lead us. Excuse me, I got stitches in my finger. That makes my shuffle a little slow and a little bit sloppy. So thank you for being patient. We're going to give it one more shuffle and a split. And then we're going to put out our Celtic Cross face down. Okay, so there we go. Let's give it a split. Okay. This is your current situation. This is your obstacle or challenge, goal, foundation, past, future, current attitude, okay, outside influences, hopes and fears, and final outcome. In my reads, if we pull anything that's upside down, for me it's an emphasis on the actual meaning of the card. It's an emphasis on that meaning. So we're going to begin by your current situation and your challenge. So your current situation is you're trying to work hard. You're trying to put a lot of work and effort into achieving this great accumulation, an outcome that is an accumulation of all the hard work and the effort and the investment that you've put into it. So you are doing your work. You are doing your apprenticeship. You're no longer a novice. You've been at this for a while, and you're waiting to reap the rewards. Your challenge or your obstacle. Okay, Ace of Cups. Okay, you see the cup is overflowing and it's receiving a host from a dove, which represents the Holy Spirit in many faiths. So this is Spirit putting out a hand of offering, trying to offer you an overflowing of abundance and spiritual connection. I see that this is Spirit saying, I'm here, I'm with you. You're never alone. You're never going through this alone or without any guidance or support. You are fully guided and fully supported. And the hand of Spirit is always out and ready for you to take it. Or it's out whether or not you take it. Okay, your goal. Okay, the Empress. So the Empress is actually reaping the rewards. The Empress represents luxury and comfort and that sense of relief and accomplishment. I feel like she's representing when you reach that point where you've done the work and now you are reaping the reward. You're sitting out, you're relaxing, and you're enjoying all that you've worked hard to achieve. She's surrounded by beauty and nature and comfort and luxury. But I feel like she's having that moment when you get home from work after you work hard all day and you just get to like sit down and relax and look around and enjoy everything that surrounds you, because it's exactly what you worked hard for all day, each day. Your foundation. So I feel like you have had a lot of support here on this earthly realm. You've had a lot of people that have offered different information and guidance and knowledge and wisdom that have helped you to pursue this path, this desire for expansion, ascension, connection. I feel like you have met many very wise mentors along your route that have done nothing but support you and give you all that they have to offer in terms of their journey, their wisdom, their knowledge, their connection to spirit. Past. The Star. Now, in this particular read, I feel like the star is representing that feeling of slow progress, right? I feel like in this particular read, it's showing how although she is filling up the pond of water, at the same time she is she's losing water. So she's not, she's putting in some effort here, but she's kind of counteracting the effort by dumping the other hand on the ground. I'm not quite sure how to word this exactly, but it feels like along your path, even though you are doing a lot of things right, you're also slipping back into things that are counterintuitive, counterproductive to your end goal, that kind of contradict everything that you're working hard to do. And I guess backslide, the word backslide is coming up for me. I'm hearing backsliding. Okay. You got to keep your eye on the prize, right? Above her. I think this represents your ultimate, the connection, the clear connection that is so close to you. It's right there. They can almost, touch. They're so close. But this backsliding is putting up a little bit of a distortion between them. Future. The Lovers. And you feel into what this represents in this particular read. I feel like this represents the shame and the guilt that is, I feel like, it's preventing you from having the connection you want to have with spirit. I feel like that you're backsliding, that you're not being your highest self to the best of your ability, and spirit is right here, and spirit wants to accept you and embrace you and welcome you. But I feel like regardless of which one of these figures it is you feel represents you the most, and that knowing that you're not being your best self, your highest self to your ability, is really making you kind of a disconnect, a cutoff, whether you intend to or not. It's creating a little wall of shame that is causing a little, like some blockage in the connection. The connection is always here, but you want it to be a clear, a free-flowing, energy that connects you. But you're putting up some sort of guard, some sort of hindrance of shame and guilt. And you need to know that, Spirit's not the one that's going to really, hold things against you. Spirit just wants you to do everything you can to be your highest self, to live up to your potential, and to accept and embrace what Spirit has to offer you that'll serve you and help you and guide you. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. Spirit's not here. It's not, like a judge that's sitting in a court that wants to look at you and go through the evidence of everything they can hold against you. That's not it. This is unconditional love, and they know, Spirit knows more than our human minds can fathom, right? They know past, present, future. They're, everything is fluid. They know every dimensional self that you have and what you've done and what you're going to do, what you have the capability and the potential to do. So please try, really you want this so badly, so stop sabotaging. I feel like you're sabotaging yourself, and you know it. Maybe it's fear. Maybe you're afraid of how strong that connection, how strong that connection would be if you were a clear conduit and a clear channel, had a clear channel to it. Now let's look at your current attitude. The Emperor. So I feel like you're being stubborn, right? You're sitting in this chair. You're not wanting to accept full responsibility for yourself and your actions, your words, the energy that you're putting out there. I feel like you're just being stubborn and refusing, and maybe you're looking for validating whatever this backslide is, trying to find ways to convince yourself that you are not responsible. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling from this attitude of the Emperor. Just, nope. He's just sitting there stubborn and sticking to, his refusal to accept and then do something productive to improve the situation. Influence of others. So again, here's Spirit. Okay, let me not block it, but here's Spirit offering you love, offering you support, offering you the connection that you want, that you say you want, that you feel you want, and you're still sitting there pouting, being stubborn, refusing to accept. You're accepting a portion. Look, out of 4 cups, you're like, okay, you accepted 3, but now here we are, guard is up, refusing a 4th. Hopes and fears. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so you're hoping for this fulfillment. You're hoping, look, for me, all of this nature, all of this life, all of this revival, look, there's creatures, there's a little bunny rabbit, there's all these flowers and this greenery, there's a flow of water and a mountain. And to me, nature is just such a full connection to Spirit, that provides the highest connection to Spirit that for me. And I feel like this is you gazing upon that connection, and it's all around you, right? You don't see it. It's all around you, and you're gazing here, wishing you had this, but you do. You're sitting in the midst of it. It's all around you. And you're looking right beyond it. You're looking, you've got your eyes focused here. You look like you're wanting and wishing and not even realizing that everything that you're looking for, that you're wanting, is surrounding you. You're encompassed in it. It's truly right around you, and you can't seem to see it. You're still wanting it and wishing for it and longing for it. So just look around, stop and look around and see all of the beauty around you, all of the life that's around you, because this is all spirit. This is all connection, and you're a part of it, whether or not you realize it. So what you want is so much closer than you realize. And your final outcome. So the final outcome, you have a choice. You decide your final outcome. Look at all of these choices. You can go in whatever way you choose. Some paths are easier or more tempting, or some may have a harder road or some traps within them. And it's all dependent on what you decide, what you choose to do each day and every day, every action, every word, every reaction. It all is another step in a path towards one of these cups, but it's up to you which one it's going to be. So now we are going to pull let's start with this one, the Yogic Path Oracle. And with this one, I am going to refer to the booklet as well, because it's so eloquently worded, the meaning and the purpose behind each one of these cards. Let me give that shuffle. Oops, that's a bit close. Let's a little shuffle here. They're a little big and bulky. Let's give it a 1, 2, 3 and a split. One. Oh, give it a little shuffle first. Give it a little shuffle. Two, and 3, and a split. Let's give it a split. Alrighty, so let's see. Muladhara. This is your root. Oops. Your root, your connection to earth, your grounding. This is the energy of Mother Earth and all of the life that is teeming within, that connects to you and hums through your body and then connects out into the universe. Perhaps you need to do some work on your root chakra. So I'm going to refer to here to see what the booklet says. It's so eloquently written that I can never word things as beautifully as is in here. So 49. So it says, you have arrived in a place where you are very grounded in life. Your ideal home is in the process of manifestation, and you are setting roots where you are. This reflects the deep healing work you have done to undo the ancestral ties that were previously holding you back. When you heal your personal life, you heal the lives of all those who came before you and all who came after you. Ancestral hardships such as poverty, immigration, war, slavery, and abuse have come to an end, and you have set the path for a new way of being for all of your ancestors to come. Thank you for doing this work and anchoring deeply within. It is only when you heal the root that the tree can grow. I could never have said that so eloquently. And 2 other cards fell from here. So we have Parvati. And we have Buddha in reverse. So let's start with Parvati. It's making me feel like it has to do with the duality of your shadow self and your light self, and finding that balance of acceptance with both, that harmony and that peace and that love between the two in balance. But let's see what the pamphlet says, because I'm really not as eloquent in the least. So Parvati, page 95. You call upon Parvati when you've taken immense action toward becoming your highest self. In Hindu mythology, Parvati was in love with unattainable Shiva, who was deep in the mountains practicing yoga and detached from the material world. She knew he needed the feminine to bring him down to earth, but he was totally inaccessible. Instead of begging and pleading, Parvati decided to become her highest self and seek enlightenment through yoga. Her family objected, saying women cannot become yogis, but she headed to the mountains anyway, where she stood in a frigid stream balancing on one leg for uncountable months or years. Eventually, Shiva felt her immense energy and fell in love with her because of her strength and determination. Parvati represents commitment to practice, unbreakable willpower, and the power of self-transformation. Continue your journey towards enlightenment. See, that's beautiful. That falls in perfect alignment with this read. And finally, we had, in these cards, the reverse does have its own meaning. So we pulled up Buddha in reverse. So here he is upside down, and there he is right side up. To me right now, just intuitively, I feel like this is spirit giving you a wave saying, hey, I'm right here. Hello, notice me. We're connected. We're old friends. We have a deep connection and familiarity. You just need to recognize. So let's see. But according to here, I'm sure that's not at all what Buddha is saying. Let's see, Buddha. Ooh, 29. That's a special number for me. It's my birthday amongst many other things. But it's also a master number. It's a number 11. Buddha, one who is aware, in reverse. We live in a glitzy world where it's easy to become caught up in things, possessions, appearances, money, and relationships. While these things are not inherently bad, as nothing is, they often inhibit us from remembering our own truth, who we are without these things. Find a tree and spend some time meditating beneath its earthly wisdom. Let her branches speak to you the truth that your mind is overlooking. Envision what your life would be without these things, and let go of those that are holding you back. All is temporary except for your soul. And to me, it sounds so much connected to this card right here, where you're in nature, as well as, hang on a minute. Hello, hang on. There's so much in here that has to do with being surrounded by nature, which is connection to spirit. Look at all of these cards that have come out in this read. Even here where you're being stubborn, you're under a tree. You're surrounded by trees. Here, you're under a tree. So please don't let the meaning of this and the connection and the alignment of all of these cards be lost upon what Spirit's really trying to get through to you. And for a last card, we're going to pull a chakra card. So we're going to give this a little shuffle and see what insight you may receive from a chakra card. So let's give these a little shuffle. They're a little bit thin, but they really hold a lot of deep meaning. They're really good. And I had a feeling that this was going to be a read about, finding some spiritual direction, like having that longing for connectedness and just trying to find our way along the path the best that we can. I think that you need to offer yourself some forgiveness and some compassion, but also you need to hold yourself accountable, right? Once something is done, it can't be undone, but you can take it as a learning lesson in what you don't or you do want to do again. What patterns of behavior make you feel good about yourself and which don't. And if it's something that you feel you need to hide from others, you need to keep secret, then perhaps it's not something you should be doing. It's not serving your highest good if you feel like you need to hide away in shame, right? Or keep it a secret. I'm just going to give this one more shuffle. And then we'll give it a split. Okay, let's put it this way so you can see. And we have 6th chakra. This is your third eye chakra, and the card says knowledge. I recognize that a great deal of knowledge and information comes to me in the form of intuition, such as clairvoyance, clairaudience, and hypersensitive feelings. I use my intellect combined with my intuition to delve into circumstances from a philosophical and a spiritual viewpoint. I aim to understand the truth behind situations that come my way, as this helps me to respond with wisdom. I cultivate positive beliefs about life, myself, and others. That's beautiful. Again, it's coming through over and over and over in this read, how truly connected that you really are, how close your connection to Spirit really is, but for some reason, you're not allowing yourself the realization of what's in front of you, right? Again, here he is. Hey, I'm right here. Okay, I'm right here. We're old friends. He's waving in front of your nose. And that's your read for this evening. I hope that it offers you some guidance, some insight, or some confirmation that you may be looking for. I wish you lots of love, light, and healing. Good night.